Hey everybody, welcome to another amazing session with Forking Around with Paul and Jill. He's not wearing Looney Tunes today.
Oh, I thought maybe I'd just spruce it up a little
Yeah,
bit. What do you
look
think?
pretty handsome in a shirt. It works for you.
I just can't cross my arms because
Oh,
it's really
we need to do
tight.
something with that. So because it's Women's Month, I'm
Yes.
taking the lead, Paul. Because it's Women's Month, we need to celebrate women.
Mm-hmm.
And you just became a grandfather recently,
Yes.
like I became a nana. It's
You
totally
see?
exciting. And you also just been asked to be a godfather.
Yes.
And even though we don't have kids of our own, this is something we actually have in common.
Yes.
But that honor of being asked to be this, and we choose to be this.
Yes.
It's not just forced upon us.
No, for sure.
We chose this.
Yeah.
So in this time where I look at all these young kids, I feel that we need to change the narrative on what women are and what is expected from women, So what would you think we need to teach our young boys today?
A lot of it shouldn't really have changed. There are some very important things that obviously people should realize, like a woman does not necessarily belong in the kitchen or doing the housework or the chores.
Even
and
though
stuff.
I made the food, guys.
Yeah. She is a chef. I'm just saying. I'll play the music, okay? No, but it's not about, there's equality works both ways.
Absolutely.
And that comes for the things around the house as well. But also, I think treating women rights and, treating women with respect and treating women, as if they were your mother, your sister, somebody who means something to you. Just because maybe they aren't necessarily your partner, that doesn't mean that they don't
deserve
respect as well.
And I can actually honestly say with Paul, with you, we became friends not so long ago, actually.
Yeah.
And I was up in Johannesburg and I got sick the one evening, and we happened to be at the same hotel.
Yes.
He was up for work, I went up for work, and he's like, "Why didn't you call me? I would have come and helped you." And that is more of what men should be like.
Yes,
not
yes.
because my husband is not there,
Yeah.
or but you are my friend, and I would have actually felt comfortable to call you. Paul, come into the room. I'm lying here. I'm sick.
Yes.
But that is what we need to. Kids follow by example.
Yes.
I came across a conversation not so long ago where the boy said, a young boy, not even 13, not even 12, I think, he said, "Oh no, I cheated on this girl, and then I broke up with her because she looks like a big fat pig."
Oh,
and
my
I was
goodness.
like, okay, it's not my kids, it's not somebody I can reprimand. It was just in passing that I heard this, and I thought, do they hear these things at home? Is
Yes.
that the way the parents maybe speak, or the friends at school? How do we teach respect?
I think it's an example thing.
Yeah.
I think very, 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 very much so. It's kids learn what they see.
Yeah.
So if they see you treating somebody with respect, they'll learn respect. But you also have to teach them about manners and teach them about respect. And I mean, like growing up, my dad used to sort of drum that into me.
Yeah.
And that stuck with me. So I don't know if everybody necessarily had the same, philosophy growing
Yeah,
up, and
probably not, yeah.
and maybe that's why having grown up, they don't feel the same way, and therefore they don't see things in the same way.
light.
And
for me, sorry to break you, but in that conversation alone that I briefly heard in passing, there's two lessons. One, you don't cheat,
Yeah.
firstly, because it's wrong.
Yes.
And two, you don't body shame anybody, being it male or female.
Yes, exactly.
We don't know what the next person goes through.
Exactly.
And, just to be that little bit of kindness. I always say if we can show some sort of kindness to each other, the world would be a better place.
Absolutely.
And this has got absolutely nothing to do with religion or
Or
color
gender,
or
or
race or
anything
anything like that,
Yeah.
It's just common decency.
Absolutely.
We've got a new set.
How cool is this?
I can't stop
So,
smiling.
yeah, I know. So,
I'm just so excited.
tell us who we have to thank for
Oh,
this.
we got to thank Inspire Rentals for our beautiful set, guys. Karen and Graham and the team in Cape Town, thank you so much for what you've done for us on Forking Around with Paul and Jill. We're so excited. So we will put the details at the bottom. And not only corporate events, Paul. They don't
Yes.
only do corporate events. They don't only do big events. They actually do small events as well.
Very cool. So it's for the, average day-to-day family as well as maybe a corporate.
Yeah, like a sip and paint today.
Yes.
You know, that kind of thing. They gave all the furniture for that. So you can call them and they will transform your space.
Yes.
Literally.
I
Transform
know,
your
and
space.
like my jaw hit the floor when I came
know.
in. And what I love about this, you'll see these pillows and you'll think, okay, cool, that's it's a pillow, but then they're all different. Each
Yeah.
one is different.
Oh,
There's
true,
another
eh?
one over- Didn't you even notice
No,
that?
didn't notice
Yeah,
that.
look, they're all different.
This couch is so comfortable. We cannot wait to have talks on here
Yes.
and have wonderful guests. And once again, Inspire Rentals, thank you from the bottom of our hearts,
Yeah,
really.
absolutely. Thank you.
Before we go on, guys, we've got food, but also my mom, seeing that it's Women's Month, always look after us. So she made 3 different shots. I can promise you I have not gotten sick at all. So this is a beetroot shot, beetroot, carrot, and I don't know what all is in there. This is a...
Does she give you like a whole jug of it?
Yeah, she makes
Okay.
bottles of
Oh,
it.
right.
She's going to
I
start
love it.
selling it now.
Good.
Yeah. And then it is the lemon, which I drink every day, a tot like this.
Lemon?
Lemon,
Oh, wow.
garlic, ginger,
Uh-huh.
turmeric,
Okay.
all organic. And then in this one, it's like, okay, it's separated a little bit, so I
Yeah,
don't know how
just-
you're going to drink
we'll-
it. You're
we'll-
going to have to swirl it.
Well, I tell you what, that's what a knife is
Yeah.
for.
And that is your help clean your colon. My
Oh,
sister
lovely.
actually has spastic colon, and she drinks this, and it's been working for her. It's got spinach, green apple, celery, parsley, all those healthy good things. So I want you to try all 3 shots
Okay.
at a time. But
Are you having as well, or am
we
I
can
just...
half it. So you take half, and I take. I actually never tried the beetroot one before yet.
Really?
Yeah. So let's see if you
you
like
wanna
it.
try?
No, you try first. I'll take half. Oh, thank God, less than
Well,
half.
that's less.
Thank you, Lord, because I just didn't like the color. And
I mean, you got the beetroot, obviously.
it's earthy.
It's actually very light.
yeah, and
It's not overkill. You taste some beetroot juice and it's
Yeah,
really
so my mom
strong.
actually made this for my dad that helped with his diabetes. And she made it now for my daughter because she's suffering with low iron levels. So beetroot
Okay,
helps with
yeah.
iron. So that is my favorite. You can drink that whole tot.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I drink that if I had my shot this
Because
morning.
usually with shot glasses, I'm used to drinking the whole.
You can drink that whole shot. You can even drink the whole green one. I'm going to just mix it up for you.
Whoa!
Oh, and there's cayenne pepper in there.
Whoa! That is strong. Yo.
Do you want me to
It-
take the others?
I feel like we could like.
It's not. It would actually go nice with some tequila in there or something.
It doesn't look like it's deceptive because it looks like orange
But it's lemon.
and it's lemon, but it's like wow, is it lemon?
It's a lemon, and it's also got the cayenne pepper in it, so it gives you that. So I don't know how
gives
that.
you a
I'm gonna taste
oomph.
this first.
Okay, go for it. Did you mix it?
Yes, I mixed
Okay.
it. So there's cucumber in here as well, because I can
Uh-huh.
smell the cucumber. It's you just taste the cucumber. So if you like cucumber, and it should help with your cholesterol.
Yeah, cucumber's quite
Potent.
dominant.
Yeah. So that could help with the cholesterol. So saying all of this, seeing that we're still speaking about Women's Month, we're not jumping. I think we should start.
Where are we going with this?
Instead of having burgers and chips, have like salad and show our viewers that we're actually starting to do something on our bodies for summer. So maybe we should start gymming and recording our gym sessions.
Okay, I love the idea of gymming. I don't like the idea of you taking my burger away from me.
Oh, well, we can't have it both.
Okay, can I ask you this? Can Chef Jill come up with some healthy eating options that are actually good? Because to be honest with you, I don't think I can live the next 3 months on chicken and salad.
Yeah, so I think it's kind of simple. We don't have to live on chicken and salad. I would say let's do something in the morning where you have a cereal. Although a lot of people feel that cereal is, gain weight, or we can even do the intermittent fasting. We must just think about
Generally,
this.
I mean, I like intermittent fasting, and I've really started to love jasmine tea now, weirdly enough.
And green tea. We're going to start drinking green tea.
Oh, yeah. But the thing is, with jasmine tea, what I like about it is you got a nice flavor, and you can drink it without milk or sugar.
So the green tea you drink without milk and sugar.
I know, I just don't like the flavor. I hate the mint
I'll do
green tea.
No, we don't. I'll do the green tea with the apple.
Okay. All right.
We can do green tea and apple. We can have oats in the morning.
But if we're intermittent fasting,
you don't have to do that. So it depends. Like I need to eat.
You see, summer bodies are made in
winter. So I need to eat. So I need to space my food. So I'll do smaller portions. We'll stack on nuts and apples and berries.
Okay.
Yeah, and then we do a tuna salad for lunch. And for you, Paul, that actually works from 6 till 10.
Yes.
We should have your main meal at lunchtime.
Yes.
Ultimately. So when you go to studio, you're just taking a light salad or something to sustain you.
And also, I find if I eat too late, what ends up happening is I become very... I become tired.
Yeah.
I feel drained. The fatigue, the hunger, the carb fatigue, and
you can't lose anything because you're going to eat and you're going to go to bed because it's that late.
Exactly.
So coming back to Women's Month, guys, we're starting good though. Sweet potato fries.
Yeah, forget about the burger.
I don't know if I like it though.
Sweet potato fries, I do like.
I don't like this brand.
Oh.
Maybe if I make it myself.
Maybe. Okay.
But
we're going to have one last good meal.
Yeah, so this is... So the Paul, you can dig in. Show the people
what
you do.
when you say that.
I'm going to go on...
You can tell us what we have.
Okay, so what do we have? We have a beef patty, which I never made myself. I bought it at the store that starts with a W.
Do you only shop there?
Yeah.
I'm just mixing the two here.
And then we've got some cucumber and lettuce and tomato and mayo and a pepper sauce that I also bought at the store that starts with a W. But you can make it. I'll give you a recipe on how to make your own pepper sauce or mushroom sauce. What do you think?
So good.
So good.
I'm going to savor it as my last one.
It's the last one. And Alessi, please, you need to keep tabs on what Paul is eating. So, and there's another hack that we women need to wear. We need to keep tabs on our partners as well. I mean, really, you guys are like little babies.
We are.
So for me, Women's Month is not only to just emphasize us as women and what we accomplish and where we go and what we do, or to recognize us, because I think...
I need to hide.
Why? Is it so good? And but to showcase our achievements, because I feel that women cannot pat each other on the back. We cannot say, "Oh, well done, Pauline." I just changed your name.
But why?
Because I think we're afraid of. I don't know. Actually, it's almost like everything is mine, and you can't.
Do you ever feel like this is your duty and you can't be patted on the back for doing your duty?
Maybe that is...
But meanwhile, it's not your duty.
Yeah, because we were never taught. We were taught to take the responsibilities. As women, we are taught you need to cook and clean and you have to take care of the family.
If we wash the dishes as men,
you just need a pat on the back.
Well, sometimes we get a thank you, like
Yeah, because we
you know,
shocked
thanks
out
for
of our
doing
skull.
the dishes. Wow, that was so sweet of you. Meanwhile, it should be part of life.
It's part of your duty,
Yes.
actually, and not just mine.
Yeah.
So because we thank you because we're so shocked that you're actually doing it, or what do you want that you're doing the dishes, you know? What do you want? So ultimately, I think we need to share responsibility, and there needs to be, you were speaking about equality, because back in the day, your granny, maybe your mom was at home because she could cook and clean and do all the things that needed to be done. But now we need to support the family, a growing economy. We want our own careers, and even in our workspace, we still need to fight for what we deserve, ultimately. But we need to share that equality. So we are in a partnership. That's why I like saying, even though I'm married, I like saying this is my partner, because ultimately we're in a partnership. We share the responsibilities of the home, of bringing in the income, of date nights, of whatever. We need to share those responsibilities and lead by example so that our kids can see what it is to have a good husband, or what it is to be a good husband and a good wife. Ultimately. But Paul is not having any part of this conversation. He's stuck in this burger. I haven't even tried it. Is it good though?
What do you think?
I made it, yeah. So I think it's pretty good. I'm just going to cut me a small piece because...
Oh, you also one of those people.
What?
You cut your burger in half.
Yeah, and I don't like...
I kind of do that sometimes when I'm at burger places, but this burger was...
And Gary says to me, I eat my burger upside down.
A lot of people do that. Do you know why?
Why? I didn't want to
Because the top bun can soak up more of the sauce than the bottom bun.
So I like eating this way because I like seeing the nice part of the burger. That's my thing. Why must I show the nice part to the people that's sitting opposite me? So yes, I eat my burger upside down. Oh, this is damn good.
It really is.
So on that shared responsibility with your food out of your mouth, can you share your views?
I 100% agree. Because it's not just that. It's also... I've got food all over my face. Thank you.
Nurturing, we share, we care.
Beards and sauce just do not go together.
Did you like the mayo on there though?
Pardon?
The mayo on the burger.
So good. I particularly love that
Pepper
that
sauce.
sauce. Okay, so it's not just that. These days, we're in a really tough economy.
Absolutely.
And so most households need both partners to go and earn a living.
Yeah, have a dual income.
Exactly. And you can't expect somebody to go out and earn a living and then one of the partners must come home and do all the work as well.
Yeah.
It needs to be a shared responsibility.
Absolutely, because that stages where the guys come home, my husband is behind the camera here. We used to come home and we had a long day, we come home, he go, lay outside, sit on the couch, feet up, take out a cigar and relax, and I need to cook. Or he would say things like, he would go for a run, he had a gym session, he went for a run, he came back, and he says like, when are you going to start gymming? So I said, okay, so when are you going to eat? If I'm going to gym and do all this stuff, when are you going to eat, Because I've got this thing, we need to eat before 7 at night.
Yep.
So if I do all of this, guys, my mouth clean.
You see, and she doesn't even have a beard.
If I have to do all these wonderful extramural activities, when does the house get cleaned? When does the food get served and all these things? But we need to learn. And I must say, after COVID, we got into a routine where I still do all the cooking. But we got into a routine that he would take my plate away, not put it in the dishwasher, put it on the counter, but at least it's a start, But it's something we need to teach our kids. I had my daughter here for the weekend with her boyfriend or her partner and obviously a baby. And I saw that Jody he would actually take the baby, and he needs to eat. He would wait for her to eat. He would take the child. He doesn't feel comfortable changing nappies yet, but he assists where he can. And then I asked her, so what do you guys do when you're at home? He says, no, he does the laundry. He helps with the dishes. And he's a gym instructor, which we need for our journey, yeah? And he would come home at 11 in the morning, from 6 o'clock in the morning. He'll come home at 11, and then he will take Emma and Andrea, whatever you need to do, you need to study because she's still doing a degree. And then he will give her that space to do it. And I love that because they share the responsibility of their household
Yes.
and this new baby, because it's difficult to navigate. Because as a woman, you're realizing like, okay, I was finding myself in a relationship, and then I got into this relationship, and now suddenly here's a baby, and I need to wear these different hats, and how do I navigate all of these things?
Yeah.
But to have that assistance from your partner,
And look, I mean, that should happen naturally, surely.
ultimately, but I don't think we were raised. If you look at our generation,
Yes.
and even our parents' generation, that's not how they
Oh
were
no, that was
raised.
completely different, huh?
Yeah, we're not raised, and you guys are not raised to show your emotion.
I do think these days some of that is changing. I mean, I'm not the most emotional person in the
No,
world.
you're
I
not.
can be emotional sometimes, but like,
And I don't even know you long, but I could immediately pick up when things are not okay with you.
yeah.
And then I would say, okay, Paul, you can speak to me. It's going to stay with us. But it's almost like I literally need to drag it out of him. And not that I want to know your business, but
Yeah.
just to know that there's somebody here,
Yeah.
you know. And I see it with Gary as well. He doesn't show emotion. Then he says, but this is my happy face. I'm like, okay.
It looks the same as a sad
Yeah.
face.
So he doesn't show that emotion. But what I have seen over the past few years, he would tell me more and more, I love you.
Yeah.
He would touch my hand. And the best part for me is when he kissed me on my forehead.
Yeah.
You know, to me, that shows
Yeah.
intimacy and love, you know.
I always try and make sure that, you know, I say I love you as often as possible to Alessi, for example. And, you know, it's...
Well, it should be a Leslie, not for Leslie as an example. It should be a Leslie.
I'm just saying, as an example,
I'm getting worried here.
that is my example.
I know what you're saying, but yeah.
It's the second time in 2 days I've been pulled up for saying something very ambiguous.
Yeah, very, very. But I think you men like doing that ambiguity
Yeah,
thing,
yeah.
you know? It is, because many a times I would say to Gary, you make me feel like I'm going insane in my head. Because if you...
Well, where else are you going to go and say? Oh, sorry. Okay,
Okay, you
sorry.
got me back.
There we
you got
go,
me back.
touche.
But he would say things like, he would make a comment, and then if I get upset, and he says, but I was only joking. And I'm like, okay. And if I laugh about it, he says, I'm actually serious. You know, so, like, so you make us feel sometimes that we are going crazy. You know what I'm saying? Just by using ambiguity. But yeah.
Okay, well,
what were you saying about...
We will try and be a little less ambiguous.
So what were you saying about saying often to Alessi?
That I love you. You know, it's a very simple thing, and it's what you feel, and you know, why not just tell that person? I never ever leave the house without giving her a kiss.
Aww.
Like, it's a thing. Even if I leave the house in a hurry, I get to the garage and I'm like, ooh, I forgot something, and I literally go back.
Oh, that is so cute.
Yeah, so that's kind of our little thing.
Yeah, but you know, Gary does the same. He always comes say goodbye, even if it's 6 o'clock in the morning or 5 o'clock in the morning that he goes on a trip or something. He would always kiss me. Sometimes I don't even know he kissed me goodbye. Yeah. But yeah, that is sweet. That's showing. But what do you do that shows her that you love her?
Wow. You talk about being put on the spot.
You know, because actions does speak louder than words. And
I think...
do you do the dishes? Do you fetch the kids at school?
Okay. So, the school run. I mean, but you see, to be honest with you, does that even count? Because
it shouldn't actually.
You know what I'm saying? It's just something that I do.
That you have to do.
I don't think of it as I'm necessarily doing it for her. I'm kind of just doing it because, you know,
she needs to go to work and we're sharing the responsibility.
like, she'll probably cook and I'll probably go fetch the kids.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's just part of our routine. It doesn't mean that I look at her as the person who has to cook, or she looks at me as the person who has to go fetch the kids. It's just part of our routine.
So,
that's all it is.
So what about, like, what would you do special, like a date night? What do you do?
Usually we would probably go out to a nice restaurant if we can afford it. If not, you know, just do something sort of cost effective. It's really difficult as well, you know, when you've got kids and
Yeah.
there's
But also, like for me, as an example, I can give you a great example. You can say to her, today you don't cook. I'll sort out the kids. I will put them to bed. You go lay in a hot bath, have a
I
glass
was
of
going to
wine.
say, give us an example of what a great date night or a great
It doesn't have,
pampering day
yeah,
would
it doesn't
be.
even have to be, it doesn't have to cost
Expensive.
money.
Yeah.
So whatever you got at home, if she does a glass of wine, pour her a glass of wine, run her a hot bath, you relax. I'll sort out dinner, I'll sort out the kids, because that is also time for herself, where she
Yeah.
can do reflection and then become a better version of herself for her family, ultimately.
Yeah. You know
Yeah?
she's going to see this, right?
I know, and that's why I'm saying it. And the other thing also is go for walks. We're starting to say we need to get our bodies into shape, but also just go for a
We
walk.
do, actually. We do go for walks as often as we can.
Oh,
I
that's
mean, it's
beautiful.
been really difficult lately with
the weather.
with the weather, but we've had a few really nice sunny days. But, you know, there again, what will end up happening is after I pick her up from work, then we come back, and then there's lots of stuff to do. And then I leave at 6 o'clock.
Oh, yeah, of
well, I
course.
leave at like 5:30 to go to work. So we've got this like hour and a bit window. And generally, I still need to eat before going to work. So, I mean, it's kind of really difficult for us to find that time to go for a walk.
Yeah.
But maybe on like a
Friday.
Friday, we
Yeah.
will go for an evening walk, or a Sunday, we might go
Or-
for a walk as well.
Also, maybe just when you pick her up, go through the drive-through and buy a milkshake at McDonald's
Yeah.
and just have that alone time. Because how was your day? You know, just that 5 minutes of connecting.
Yes,
That also
absolutely.
helps. So, guys, that was our Women's Day feature, and this is the last of you seeing us with burgers and chips. We're gonna have salads.
I
From
got into this whole thing because I thought it was going to be like burgers and chips and pizza and good food, and now I discover this is all changing.
can have
I'm
tuna
not sure if I like
salads.
that.
You're gonna like it. So, see you at our next episode in our gym clothes with Forking Around with Paul and Jill.